Welcome back to my backyard snack yard. Today is all about blueberries, or actually pink blueberries to be precise. These little guys are some of my favorite blueberries. They produce these really beautiful tasting pink blueberries that are called Pink Lemonade, and they taste a lot like a really good blueberry with a twist of citrus in there. There's definitely that lemonade-y flavor there, which is so delicious. I've had these ones in pots for quite some time now, and the pots are really a bit cramped, and the bushes have grown quite a bit this year, but they're not doing as well as I would have liked. Now, a really great thing about growing pink blueberries is that not only are they delicious, but they're also needed by the other blueberry bushes, the other high bush blueberries I have, because blueberries do need pollination partners. And these ones, when they're standing next to the other blueberries, they can all cross-pollinate and all produce beautiful blueberries. What I find really interesting is that I used to keep them in a different part of the garden next to the actual other high bush blueberries. And last year, the high bush blueberries looked a bit like this for quite some time, and then they lost their leaves, whereas these ones turned a really brilliant bright red and then dropped their leaves. This year, because they've been separated, I don't know why, but these ones are still really full of quite greenish leaves. I mean, they're turning quite autumnal now, but we're in the very last days of November. So I'll show you the other high bush blueberries. They are completely bare. Their leaves did turn a beautiful bright red, and then they all just dropped. So they are just very wintry at the moment. And their branches are really attractive too, and they've got lots and lots of fat fruit buds there, so that is looking very promising. I've never repotted blueberries or anything really at this time of year, but I'm also going to be planting another plant now, so I think it's an okay thing to do. I really want to get them into some nicer, bigger pots. I've got them behind there. I've been emptying out lots of plants and putting them into the ground, so it's a nice chance to use up those empty pots and just get these guys settled in with some lovely ericaceous compost. There it is. That's what they need. That's also another reason why I can't put them into the ground. My soil is too neutral, and these plants really require acidic soil. So I'll just get them potted up, and I'm going to leave them here in this rather shaded position. It's under a huge buddleia, or butterfly bush as it's known as, and that gives it that sort of protection from the winds. And they used to be completely fine standing next to the greenhouse just opposite here at the opposite end of the patio, but I thought we'd put them here for now, and then in the spring when all the flowers start coming, I'll move them over to the other side of the patio, and they can stand next to the other blueberry bushes and they can all cross-pollinate together happily. I just thought I'd show you something I find quite interesting. You can see there's the plant and there's the root ball, and I've always been told that they tend to have quite small roots that don't go super deep down, so they say that it's best to grow them in pots that are sort of short and stubby to let them spread their roots out the way they want to. And this one certainly seems to definitely be with quite a short root ball. But let's just get him into the other pot and see how he looks. There he is. I'm going to put a bit more underneath him and then get him settled in. Look who's back. I've named him Pip now. Oh, he's so cute. Hello, cutie. There they are, all repotted. They actually got really knocked over in the last storm because they were in those small pots. So I hope they'll be a lot happier here and a bit more protected from any other storms we might have. I think it's a good sort of protected spot to have them in during the winter. I need to move some of my other plants too that were in summery positions. Let's have a quick look. This is my dwarf nectarine, and he actually spent a very happy summer here, but now he needs to go into a little protected spot where I'm going to keep him until January or February, at which time I'll take him into the greenhouse. It's very full at the moment, the greenhouse, but I want to take him into the greenhouse later, before bud break, because what I've been told is that towards the end of winter, all of the spores for peach leaf curl start coming into the air, and if these guys are outside and get rained upon, or get any sort of wetness, don't stay dry, then they really will most likely get peach leaf curl. So I have to keep him dry just around the time he starts breaking bud. But that means I can keep him outside for a month or two, which is always good. Let me show you just how big he's getting now. He's still got an okay shape and size because I pruned him super heavily this summer. He just really wants to grow. And he's already got lots of little flower buds on him. So that's a nice thing to see, all these little fuzzy ones. I've never gotten any fruits off him because he flowers, these beautiful pink flowers, but then he does it super early. And so like this spring, I took him inside. It was still winter really. And so I brought him into the house, and I even tried to hand pollinate them, which you have to do when they're indoors. And actually I had a few nectarines that developed, but then they all dropped. So I didn't have a single one that ripened. So hopefully we'll be more lucky this time. But I do like that he's got a good shape to him. I'm going to take him around the back to a very protected spot now. Here he is tucked away between my dwarf Victoria plum, which is looking very nice, and my fig tree over there, which is quite tall. And that should just keep him in a nice spot for a few months until it's time to put him under cover to help avoid peach leaf curl. It's getting a bit dark and cold here now, so I think it's time to go inside. But thank you so much for joining me. I'm so happy I got this job done here. It was something I've wanted to do for quite some time. The blueberry bushes were just not looking happy, and it's just so nice to know they can sit there and be ready to flower and fruit next year. I can't wait for lots and lots of berry bowls, and I hope there'll be lots of pink blueberries in them. So I'll see you next time. Bye for now.